Happy Monday, everyone. This gentleman over here, Magical Checker Lee, better known as Randall, to most of us who know him very well. I'm Bob McMasters, and welcome to the Bob Randall and Company Live Preview Show for Monday, October 9th. That's right, October 9th. Randy always likes to say that. Episode 35, and we are here to rock it today. Randy, you ready?
Man, I am ready, ready, ready. Like I always say, TGIM. Thank goodness it's Monday, everybody. It's good. Can I
Yeah,
just get?
kick
Can't
the
believe it's
week off
October 9th.
right. If you live in the Texas area, it wasn't a very good weekend for your sports teams. Texas got beat with 15 seconds to go by Oklahoma. And the Cowboys, I'll tell you what, I don't know, boy. Those guys are done. Bad weekend for sports around here. Although, with all that said, our Texas Rangers, our major league team, is doing really well. We're in the playoffs and we're winning, and we just hope it continues and we can carry it on. How's the
Wow,
weather where you're at, Randy?
man, it's got down into the 30s last night. Got down into the 30s. Oh man, it's in the upper. It's at least it's sunshiny, which is nice. It's been sunshiny the last few days, but my last 2 days I had was at a festival. I was outside and. Boy, it's a little breezy and chilly because it only got like in the middle 50s or low 50s the last couple of days. So it was a little chilly, but you know, it's fall. I mean, it is October, and we were blessed last week having the 70s and 80s. So I'm gonna knock on wood. Been thankful so far, So it's not too bad. At least that blue sky sure does help. A little bit of sunshine. It really helps.
That's true, very true. Well, we were blessed this last week. We actually had an actual cold front move through. Well, I think it swept all the way across the country, so we weren't the only ones. But for us, after the summer we've had, it was quite pleasant. We got 6 inches of rain here at our house overnight from the evening through morning. 6 inches, man. We needed it. Of course, when it's been dry as long as it has, it doesn't soak in quite as quick. A lot of that gets to be runoff, but it was welcome. Got down to 72 for our high and
Wow.
low 50, 52, 51, 52. Some places got into the upper 40s in the outlying areas. Today it's 82 and sunny, breezy outside. That's okay. We'll take the breeze too. Helps blow all that humidity away. We're in a dry climate today. Hardly no humidity whatsoever. It's really, really pleasant outside. So we're blessed.
Very lucky. You probably felt like you were going to get a park out. You got into the 70s, didn't you? You turned the heat on and everything down there. You getting into the 70s?
Yeah, I started to build a
30s?
bonfire and put my big overcoat on and now for me, boy, I go out there. I can go out in shorts and short sleeve. I'm good. I enjoy the cooler weather now. As I mentioned once before, used to love summers more than winters, but I guess that was when I had to get up and go out and had to work in it, especially when I was driving trucks and tow trucks and that sort of thing. You're out in the worst kind of weather, but hey, now yeah, the heat gets to me. I can't go out and hardly do anything if it gets
And
above 90. So
and you guys have had an awful lot of 100-degree weather. You've had a lot
we
of
did.
it. A lot of
We
it.
did.
Wow.
End up being third on our all-time list with just a few days more for the other 2 years. So we were close to a record, and we broke daily records over and over and over for highs and even high lows. The temperature that it got down to before it started warming back up. So there was times I mentioned once before also that midnight it was still 97, 98 degrees here at midnight. That's just crazy. You think once the sun sets, but living in the city, as you well know because you live in the city, so much concrete, so much building materials, so many ways for that heat to absorb, and it just doesn't release. It doesn't have time to release. So anyway,
Not at all.
I'm glad fall is here. It's feeling good. Leaves are starting to fall. I'm sure they've already changed with you. The colors are probably out in force where you're at.
Oh, just beautiful. I mean, it gets to be breathtaking, all the colors that you look up, the oranges, the reds, the yellows. I mean, it is breathtaking. It is like um I love to seeing it because it's great to see, but then I'm going, oh no, the amount of raking that we've got to do, the amount of raking. Oh my goodness. It's
That's the other
beautiful, but it's a
downfall.
lot
You
more
got to
work.
take the good, got to take the good with the bad.
Yep.
Be it summer, spring, winter, fall. It's got to take the good with the bad. Good thing is you're not shoveling snow yet. So Let's talk about
Don't
our
even
week and
say that
weekend. Of
four-letter
course,
word. Don't say that four-letter word. That's a four-letter word, you know.
no, I just ruined it, didn't I? I had a busy weekend and week. This last week was my birthday week, turned 70. That's right. It's a big 7-0.
Happy birthday.
I want to say thank you to the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folks. Over 600 messages, phone calls. I still haven't answered, but about half of them. I try personally to go in. If they take the time to say happy birthday, I like to take the time to try to thank them personally. I may not get around to it. I have so much on the slate for the week and the weeks ahead that I may just have to put a blanket statement out there like a lot of folks do. But I normally try not to do that. Uh, High school football games. We had a Texas State Santa meet Saturday. Had 52 folks there. Great turnout. Enjoyed it immensely. Good to see the brothers and sisters in red. And you know what? It's almost time to go to work now, Randy. I've got a week before I start my photo session. So
Wow. I mean, it's just it. We talk about it all year, and then it's here. It's here. Like Wednesday is my next bleaching already, so should be pretty close to the final thing to get ready for me to go to work too. So
well, I processed my wife and I done it. We are working on a project for Norfolk Cornerstones where I mentioned also again that doing a presentation about bleaching, and so we worked on that with our daughter, and I didn't process. I still got to go back this second time and we'll clean it up a little bit, but it looks better. It's not quite as brassy, so just hey, we just do what we got to do, don't we?
if people talk about that purple shampoo, and I'm when it's this color, the purple shampoo doesn't do a bit for it. You
Well,
buy
I
it,
know,
but
some guys use it religiously, and what I tried to explain in my presentation that I've done for North Polk Cornerstones, and I try because I constantly have folks reaching out to me, wanting to know, what products you use, what process I use, and over the course of years, I've got a complete, little packet put together, and for instance, for Cornerstones, I don't know if you can see this or not, but put together the stuff, the headings, and everything for that, and as white as the new fallen snow is the title of it. And I'm fortunate that I can get white.
it's,
But just like everyone else, over the course of 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, it starts getting brassy looking. Especially for me, I use a lot of hairspray, and that'll do it. Now they've got the white hairspray out that you can buy, and it's great. It's kind of expensive, but it's a powdery type of product. You spray it in, you comb it through with a wide tooth comb, get it styled, hit it with a little bit of hairspray and a blow dryer, and boom, it's there. It doesn't rub out. It feels natural. It
oh,
moves.
that's nice.
It's not stiff. And Spangle was talking about it on Tuesday Night Live show last week. It's a great product to have if you're in between bleachings. Back to the shampoo though. A lot of guys don't realize that the purple shampoo is actually for silver tones. Now, if you put a toner in your beards and you want to be that silvery, bluish or purplish look, that's the way to go. Now, if you're trying to get white, you want to use a blue shampoo. I use Cowboy Magic, and it actually brings that whiteness out
Wow.
when you use it. Got to use it sparingly though, or you'll turn out looking, like a piece of blue cheese or something. So
Yeah, it really a few minutes longer can really change the tint in
it
your
can.
your your hair. It
It
really
can.
can. Yeah.
It sure can.
Wow.
All right, Randy, are you ready to move along? Let's get into this big old something burger that
Yes,
we got
we
lined
are.
up here for today.
Sounds great to
Let's
me. I always look forward to it.
let's go. I need to. Let's do it. All right, before we get into that, I just want to say hi to everyone that's joining us today. We didn't get a chance to make the rundown. We've got Ben Bellhorn says, hello, guys. I've missed you. Rex Ray is with us. We've got a lot of Facebook users. Not sure
Got
who those
Bell, we got
are
Randy,
offhand.
and
I do know one of them
Billy's here.
is Santa Mitchell Allen. I don't know how many of you saw the photos we posted with him from this weekend, with him and his Snickers outfit on, his fun size Snicker outfit. But Scott Saracen, I and he spent some time together after the eat meet on Saturday, and it was wonderful to sit and talk with Mitch as always. And you got to see him last week, Randy.
Yep, I got to see him last. I think
Yep.
Tuesday or
So
Wednesday last week. We had breakfast. So yeah, Mitch has been all around. I tell you, he's making the rounds.
that,
That's great.
that little fella gets around, doesn't he? He sure does. He's always a pleasure to talk to. All right, Randy. As always, this is our something burger. You know, the show about nothing with a whole lot of something. This is our whole lot of something right here. Hot topics, two topics. Randall always gets to go first, and he's got a good one for you today. Let's go,
Always so
Randy.
polite. Oh, Bob, you're too polite. Always letting me go first. But you're still first after me. You're still first though. You'll
Hey, I
still
like
be
that.
first. You'll still be first after me. Actually,
Second
guys,
is always first loser. You're still first, no matter what. Winner or loser, it doesn't matter.
you're still first after the first. Never mind.
That's correct.
Actually, it's pretty easy questions, guys. I'm just curious. When is your first event to the holiday season? And when you're booking the holiday season, are you booking it all yourself? Are you booking it through a local agency? Or are you booking it through like Gina was on last week, Mitch is on today? Are you booking your work through a national agency? So when is your first one of the year? Is it local? Are you booking it all yourself? Do you only do your own booking, or do you go through a local or national agency? I'm just kind of curious how we what we've got out there. It's not a hot topic. I'm just kind of curious, and we can kind of see what's going on. How about you, Bob? I know
Yeah,
Bob.
well, as I mentioned, I start working with photographer on Saturdays here, starting here in a week, and just a handful of hours each Saturday for the next 4 weekends, I believe it is, and then the week before I actually start at the mall, which is the week before Black Friday, I do a photo shoot annually with a real estate company that's always fun to do, and so and then when I've got the Santa 5K color run at the mall that the do the week before the season starts. We had several thousand runners last year. Hope to have more if the weather's better this year. It's grown each and every year that I've done it. Brought me in on a fire truck last year. They brought me in helicopter a couple of years. Never know. A race car, a friend of mine that I used to race against, brought his car over and donated it for a short period of time to bring Santa up in. So it's always fun. Looking forward to all of it. Can't wait to get started.
That's cool. Yeah, my first real event of the year is the 4th of November, so that's a couple weeks yet. And actually, I pretty much throughout the years I do it both. I do some of my own bookings. I do local agencies that book me, and of course, I do a national company too. So I blend all three together. So I'm booked from basically day and night from November 4th to Christmas Eve. I just like to, so if I take a little bit of everything, my own and a local agency and national, it fills me in. And because we're only talking, a month and a half or so. So it's nice to grab a hold of a little bit of everything. So, but we've got some great things here coming here. I'm Mike. Mike, how are you? Wow, Mike started in September. Wow, September 27th, he did a photographer thing. Mike up in Toronto. I think Mike's in Toronto or Canada. Mike Mike's got the coolest spelling of his name, Myke. I love that way it's spelled, Mike. It's and he does a phenomenal uh, character called Phineas, just very good. But September 25th, September 17th is when he started doing that. Um, Hey Dan, Dan's here in Michigan area. He says he's started booking him. He books himself. Does all his own booking. He starts on October 21st. That's a week and a half away. That's really close. Uh, Joe Stefan, hi Joe. Good to see you. Welcome. Um, he does all his own bookings too. No national or local bookings. So we're getting kind of a little bit of everything here. Gary, good to see you. 28th. Man, a lot of this fantastic. I love to see all this October work. This is phenomenal.
Yes.
Thumbs up to you guys. That's phenomenal. Photo sessions, uh, plus 40 gigs, man. Good job. Congratulations. Again, Gary said he does it all himself. That's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work booking and calling and sending out contracts, but man, that's good. Santa Kevin, he does work with Gina, and he also books himself. Same thing, a little bit of both. Starts again. Wow, another 10/27, another October working. Man, phenomenal, guys. Hey, Ben, good to see you. Ben says he primarily books himself. through the website and Kringle Tracker. He does that. He does. He also says, which is a kind of a national one. Gig Salad is a national kind of a not less an agency, but a company to put things on Gig Salad, which I know Ben does a really good job on booking things on Gig Salad. And I have to admit, I don't do anything with Santa on Gig Salad. I just do all magic through the year with Gig Salad. And I've got a Santa picture on there. I don't do any of that. Oh, and Ben said he's already done 3 photo things, already done 3, and it's the 9th of October. Wow, fantastic. So that's great when photographers do it even earlier. Eric Moisha, good to see you guys. Welcome. First event was the 30th of September, a week ago, over a week and a half ago. Man, you guys rock. That's just fantastic. Same thing. They said they blend a little bit of everything. And I just like to, because I know I can fill everything in. I agree, Eric Moisha. You can fill everything with a little bit of all the agencies and your own work. And you guys do a lot on social media, which is really good, man. I got to give thumbs up to anybody that does a lot of stuff on social media, because I guess I'm too old or something, or it just doesn't sink into that thick skull to know how to promote yourself on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. I just I'm too old school. There's the website, come find it. That's so let me go back, make sure I didn't miss anybody. 27th. Oh, Jeff, I'm sorry, Jeff, I missed you from the 27th of November. And good, right around Thanksgiving time, which is usually the starting of the big season anyway, is Thanksgiving. Adam, good to see you, Adam. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. You're looking good. The beard's getting there. Good, pal. And he does all his own bookings too. Let me go down to the bottom here, Mix. Oops, I don't need that ad from DoorDash ad. Sorry, guys. Rex Ray. Rex, how are you? Thanks again for what you typed, Rex. I want to say publicly again that was very sweet, which you sent me about stuff. Whoops, I just lost all my things. Hold on. See, I'm too old for this stuff. Minor hit, and basically Rex is saying word of mouth. So that's maybe Rex probably does all his own bookings, because most agencies are not word of mouth, even though they can rebook you, which is kind of word of mouth anyway. If we want you back next year, if you're doing let's say a tree lighting and it's an agency job, well, you want the same Santa back. So it is kind of the word of mouth, even if it would be an agency. So that's fantastic, guys. So it's really cool to see that a little bit of everything, and I just love it. Man, how many you guys are doing stuff in October and even September? Wow. I mean, you really got thumbs up. You got to be proud of yourself for rocking this business that early. That's and to convince photographers to get things going that much this time of year, and it's the best time of year to do it. It really is. It's great to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. October 27th is my first. I think I got that one. I think it was Dan. Yeah, I got Dan's. Okay. So that's great, guys. So that's, again, thank you so much for all that. It's just was a quick, easy question. Just kind of curious to see, because I said when it come to magic years ago, I only did a lot of agency work, and as people used to tell me, oh, don't do all this agency work, book your own stuff. And so this business, it's same way. This business is Santa. We have the choice to do all the above: local agency, national agency, online work, word of mouth. Our own booking. So very cool, guys. Thank you, as always. Thank you so much for always all your input. So
It's just good to see everyone working.
yeah, that's amazing. And I don't know if we heard are we really kind of short Santa's Mrs. Clauses again this year? I know the last couple of years we've been like short. There's too many things to go around. So I don't know if
Well,
we.
now, according to the ladies from Cherry Hill, when they were on a couple of weeks ago, according to Gina this last week, and according to what Mitch has told us, I think they're all still looking and have some pretty quality gigs left that hasn't been filled yet. So, you know,
And
I
now
just
anybody waits, any client that waits till now to look for a Santa. I know it sounds crazy. It's not even close to Halloween yet, but all the ones that are really working hard to be Santa and
yeah,
Mrs. Claus are already booked.
yeah.
And that's
One thing that Gina shared with us on the show was that just last week before the show, the week before the show, she had 10 different Santas write her and say they were going to have to back out due to illness.
Illness. Ooh, that's sad because that's not like COVID would have
Not
been
just
over
being
by
sick
then.
with the cold
Technically, it's
or even COVID or anything. I mean, they're talking about serious issues where they can't perform at all. 10
wow,
different ones out of the hundreds that she employs. So,
wow.
uh, so that was
Sorry,
10
my
seats she thought she had filled. Now she's got to go back and
oh,
revisit,
those,
try to find replacements for her.
my prayers go out
So,
to those Santas for whatever their illnesses is that they can't put on the red suit this year, or the Mrs. Clauses can't put on the on the apron, or whatever you want to say it for Mrs. Claus. So my prayers go out to them, and it's a scramble, and it's a scramble for Mitch, it's a scramble for Gina, a scramble any Cherry Hill, anybody to fill a Santa then on a full time thing for
yeah, if
this
it
time
if
of
it's
year.
happening if it's happening to her, it's bound to be happening to everyone
Yeah,
at
yeah.
pretty much the same rate because as this industry goes, is how it goes. Another thing that she did share with us too was that she's going to employ two times as many standby Santas this year due to the problems she's had the last couple of years of losing Santas during the season. Either have to take a week off due to sickness or,
Hmm.
just get to the point they just can't do it and have to
Yeah.
step away or whatever. So she's doubling up on her standbys this year.
Wow. Yeah, I know Mitch has always got those weekend warriors or
Uh,
whatever he calls them. Same thing. He really stocks up on those guys, and that's necessity. And that's kind of a unique job to be sit back. Okay, if you need me, you need me. If you don't, I'll sit home. But you got to be ready to at the like drop of a hat to say, okay, I live in Michigan, and next thing you know, I'm going to be in Idaho tomorrow afternoon. It's a commitment, but I think it would be kind of fun one year to give it a try and see how that is. You'd feel
yeah,
bad
very
to fill in
interesting.
for a sick Santa, but
It would be a very interesting position to be in. Again, as far as being ready to go, you would
yeah,
have to pack your bags and you would have to pack them for flights because
right,
remember
yeah.
there's a 50-pound limit and how many you can, carry on and that sort of thing. So you really got to be prepared ahead of time to be ready to drop what you're doing, walk out the door, get to the airport, and between trying to book yourself to get there, I'm sure that uh, most agents probably already have you a flight booked or have, tried to arrange one for you going in. But that would be pretty interesting. She also shared with us on the show that uh, there's been times when she ran one Santa to death, literally, you know, because she was shorthanded, would have them fill in here and then run them across the country to fill in here and then bring
Yeah.
them back to the central part of the country here and then back down to the south here and was able to keep them busy for 7, 8 weeks.
Wow.
So
But how do you pack for a 50-pound limit
I
with your
know.
Santa gear?
uh,
I
I
mean,
mean, just the belt, the boots, and the suit, just a single suit
that's it.
alone
Alone, just
probably
those
gets him
three
to
items
be.
are going to fill close to your limit.
Not
That's
only do you have a weight limit, but you have a size limit
size
as
limit.
far as the suitcase can be on those check-ins. So
Yeah. So yeah, between the one you carry on and one you check, the check-ins can't be more than 50 pounds. The suitcase itself usually weighs 6 to 8 pounds for the suitcase itself, usually. So you've got 40, 42 pounds maybe to put your clothes in. We know boots are 10 pounds, and your belt, those those buckles and belts are another 5 to 8 pounds. There's not much space left for the unmentionables and everything else you're going to need.
my Texas State Santa and Mrs. Claus shared with me this weekend that they're going out of state, out of the country to perform at Christmas this year, and that they've decided that because of the time constraint of getting away from the gig, getting to the airport, and making their flight the only flight that they can get booked out of this island that they're going to be on, uh, they weren't going to have time to change. So they said, "Do you think it's appropriate for us to just get on the plane as Santa and Mrs. Claus on the 25th or 24th?" And I said, "Well, sure. Why
Yeah.
not? You sure don't want to miss your flight."
No, actually,
So
that's what Ben just said. He goes, "Wear your suit and pack your civilian clothes."
that's
That's
right.
what
Just
almost you
had to
have
go
to
in
do.
ho ho hoing and make everybody happy. Put a smile on everybody's face.
Jackie said the same thing. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. Wear your suit on the plane. That's
That's it. That's it.
especially your
That's what they're
belt and
going
your
to do.
boots, especially those two things. Man,
Okay, well, fantastic, great
thank you
response as
guys. Thank
always. Let's
you.
move on to our second question. This one
Bob's got a
comes from
great one
me, and
always.
this is something I don't think that we've talked about in the past. Now, there's two types of working for charities. You know, if you do charitable events as Santa and Mrs. Claus, you know, visiting with families and children, that's one thing. But I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about actually as Clauses, you know, as Santa and Mrs. Claus, do you contribute to a nonprofit annually? For me, when we do the convoy of toys with the Lone Star Santas, we go in as Santas, and that's all charitable time that we give to the Lone Star Santas to the community to do those events. So, do you contribute to a nonprofit annually? Is it a Christmas related organization, which Lone Star Santas is for me? Does it contribute to children or even special needs? You know, a lot of organizations do special needs nights or events. Does it have ties to a church, a corporate event, or even schools or school district? For me, I work with the special needs at the mall through the school district. Again, that's Ask Santa. And how do you get hooked up for this type of event? You know, how did you find that to be able to donate your time or donate even money? We're not just talking about time, but even if you donate money to a charitable event annually, just was curious. It was something that came up, and a couple of us was talking about it, and I said, you know what, that's kind of a good question to pose for our hot topic. Just see where everybody stands, and if you haven't thought about doing something like that, maybe you know planting the bug here will show you that there's so many layers to being a clause. There's so many ways that we can help the children, the communities, and even our corporate partners. You know, on events. Uh, so you know, maybe get you thinking about trying to give to a charity, cash or time, which is equal to cash, because everybody's time is worth something.
Yeah,
All
it's
right, so that's our question, and we're posing at you. See what you can give me here.
yeah. I do a thing for Toys for Tots. You know, that's my time for that. Always a thing, and it was actually got to me by a local agency is get at me that gig. Um, and then since I started belonging to this new church, I'm actually they do a fundraiser for children for the holiday season for that. So I've donated financially to that. Um, but that I before I didn't do a whole lot of that financially until I started going to this church, and they did such a wonderful job selling me on
Yeah,
how much they've been taking care of these families for so many years. This church, so I think it's a wonderful thing, and you know I'm not giving millions, I'm not giving tons of money, but it's just something that it just that, and of course the couple show bit, and I think we have to always give back. Because there's so many children that are real needing of this. They really are. So got some good
okay,
things starting already on here, Bob.
yeah, Santa Kevin says, do schools, agency that works with abused children, going to do Toys for Tots as well this year? Fantastic. That's what I was kind of looking for. Now, another reason that this topic is kind of particular to us at this point is North Pole Cornerstones. We've been working with a couple of Santas or a Santa and Mrs. Claus in San Antonio that lives there to find us a uh, worthy charitable children's organization to give to as part of our giving back to the community in San Antonio for being down there as North Pole Cornerstone. So that was another portion of how this conversation got started, and that's exactly what Santa's talking about right there. Santa Kevin's talking about. Mitch says, "Oh my, Bob, stop." Is that what it says? That's what it says.
You skipped Rex Ray up there.
Rex, oh yes, it jumped over Rex. Rex says, "Yes, I am Santa for our local guardian at Lydia, who puts on a private event for all the children in the court foster system as a three-county area." See, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Rex. That's there's different ways to give back, but charitable organizations really are the ones that need it. And you know, we go in each year saying, well, I would love to do X amount of percent of what I do this year as charity. I want to give back to the community that's been good to me. That's a great way to do it. Jackie says hospice and humane societies. There you go, including both of those fantastic organizations to be able to work and give to. Uh,
That's Adam that does the church. He does things for churches. That's Santa Adam. Does says I work at my church and as a Santa every year.
okay, and Daniel also says my church to raise money to children, send children to camp. Uh, Bob Littorelia, hope I didn't murder that too bad, Bob. If I did, I'm sorry. Santa America Volunteer, Secret Slave Project Volunteer. Check them out. They are both very worthy, great organizations. Thank you for bringing that up, Bob. It's those are great places to work. You know, John at Santa America is, gosh, I mean, he is such an inspiration to us all for what he does and what he gives, and same way with the Secret Slave Project. Fantastic people to work with. Santa Allen says Red Sled Foundation. Again, Courtney Lofton out in California, the Red Sled Foundation. We contribute there every chance we get, one way or another. Uh, that's right there. Randy's got the hat. Courtney is just good people to work with right there for sure. Everything he does is quality.
You missed, or you got
Scarlett.
toast.
Scarlett also. Scarlett says she does
Okay,
church and military events, which we don't
well,
speak of
hello,
much.
Scott.
We don't speak
I'm
of
sorry,
military
Randy.
very much, and that's a wonderful thing, Scarlett. That really is.
Hello, Scarlett. Good to have you with us today. Everyone knows Scarlett and Wade. Santa's, closet.org, or who helps bring this show to you week in and week out. Go over and buy something from them.
Bye.
Help them out for the holidays.
One of these. One of these. One of these.
Did I miss anybody else, Angela? Joe Steffen, I do 3 schools and 2 community parades, free will, fantastic. It's another way I'm talking about.
Rex is right before that. I also do 3 for surprise over the
Trying to make sure I got all these in. I also do 3 free surprise home visits on Christmas Eve for our local law enforcement agency who collects toys for the needy. Rex Ray, fantastic, Rex. You know, Secret Santa, Secret Cops on Patrol. I mean, there's so many police organizations out there that you can give to. Always great to work with them. Rex says I'm also a Santa America volunteer and visit our local military base all year long or all year. Rex is a busy man and always giving. Can't find someone who does a better job. Let's see. Jerry Kyle says we volunteer for Lake Heaven Rescue for Dogs and Cats. Another worthy cause. Jackie says I have volunteered for the Ohio Wounded Warriors Family Christmas Dinner as Mrs. Claus. First time mentioning Wounded Warriors. Another great way to get back. Deployed. I don't know if any of you work with deployed servicemen and women, their families. They're usually away from home at Christmas time. Children, may not be needy, but they emotionally need the support. Another way to give back. All
There's
right, I don't see anything else coming in. Randy, you got any final
Yeah,
thoughts on
yeah,
this
there
one?
was a group that actually that called me the other day to do. It's called Shop with Cops. Is what they're doing a thing here in Detroit, which I've never heard of or never done them before. So I'm trying to fit it in because it sounds like a wonderful thing to do. That they the police force buys and let go with the children. They go shopping a bit. So, but I'm trying to fit it in because it's a long drive from my one show to get to that. So I might have to put it off. But it sounds like a
But
shop
the
for
Santa
cops.
get to go in and help fill the baskets as they're
Right.
as they're
Yeah.
shopping.
With the
Fun.
cert,
Yeah, I've seen those before.
that sounds like fun. It sounds like so much fun.
I think so too. And a lot of times, guys, you're not doing it for the attention or the media attention, but those are a lot of times those are the ones that the media get wind of and may show up. And so always remember, if you're doing these type of events, be prepared if they stick a camera in your face to have something in your mind of which direction you're going to go, who you're going to, thank, and what you're going to say for each event you do. Because again, those are feel good stories. The media loves to grab and run with those type of things. And from my old racing days, you never know when a guy's going to come through the pitch or somewhere with a microphone and just throw it in your face, start asking you questions. So I always have something kind of prepared in your mind.
Yeah, we got some great people. I mean, they're just doing a lot of wonderful, and it's a nice variety of charitable things that you brought up for people that are people, our guests and people that are watching are doing. That's a nice variety, and that's just so heartwarming to know that there's that many giving back also. And of course, so many other Santas and Mrs. Claus are doing the same thing. But it's a wonderful thing because we know what
Think
we
if
get
you
out of
can,
this business. We know how good we feel because of this business. So
yeah, I just think if you can, you should.
yeah.
It's not mandatory, but really, just think of. Like, I always go back to think about who can afford to have a home visit at the rate that some home visits go for? Who can afford to go to the mall and pay the kind of package prices that they ask you at the mall? And or, you know, visits are free. Anyone can come in and visit. You don't have to buy a package. But most people usually come to the mall to get a package. And then there's those that go to the big box stores because they do get that free. But the different levels of how we can serve our community in so many different ways. We've got a couple more that jumped in here real quick. Ben says, shop with a cop is fun. I've done it the last 2 years. I rode to the event in an armored personnel carrier. How cool is that?
Wow, that's cool. Oh wow.
And looks like Parker has joined us. Hello, Angela and those boys. Those boys. Hey, Parker. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
All right, Randy, are you ready to let's move along and get into the santascloset.org trivia for the day and see if we can give some prizes away,
Love
courtesy of
doing that.
Wade Scarlett Kaufman, Smyrna, Tennessee.
Thanks,
Here
Carly.
we go.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob, Randyl, and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob, Randyl, and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Santa's Closet is under new ownership. Let's welcome Santa Wade and Scarlett Kaufman of Tennessee, whom will continue the tradition of bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Don't forget to visit their sites at santascloset.org and support their efforts of bringing quality products to the community. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob, Randyl, and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
All right, trivia brought to you by santascloset.org. Got a good one for today, Randy. I just love finding these great questions to pose. And this one has got some twist to it. So I'm going to let you see if you can give some stuff away.
You ready, guys? It's a cool one. It's a cool one. Now, it's a lot of reading for me, so I'm an old guy, but I'm sure Angela will probably put it up anyway. Here we go, guys. What is the name of the indigenous people who have inhabited the Arctic for at least 5,000 years? And an important part of their culture is taking care of blank. First one we need to know is blank. Then goes so important, they have a special university. These people have a special university where students can learn how to best take care of them. Please, we need the name of the people, the indigenous people. We need where they live and what they are taking care of. So basically, we need three answers. What is the name of the indigenous people who have inhabited the Arctic for the last 5,000 years? An important part of their culture is taking care of blank. So important, they have a special university where students can learn how to best take care of them. So we need, again, the name of the people who take care of them, where they live, and who are they taking care of? Man, Bob, you you got to be up nights. Well, I know you're up nights because I see when I get the report this thing in the middle of the night. But just to see these things are that's a cool. And again, we need three things. It's
Yes, and now, the Arctic is a large area on the upper portion of the globe, and we're talking about where are they from, talking about the people. There's multiple answers there, really. They're all correct. But just give us the region or the area. Again, if you put in the right keywords into Google, Google will give you everything in one search right there together. So, all right, guys, well, y'all work on that, and we will reveal the answer and the winner if we remember to ask Angela before we give the answer. And if not, then we'll give you some clues. But I think everybody's probably got a pretty good idea of what we're talking about here. So we're going to do the exit video, and we'll be right back. All right, fantastic. I see some answers coming in. This is a tough one. AJ's got some of it, but he doesn't have all of it.
yeah.
So maybe Connie's watching. She can run in there and give him a hand on that one. Remember, folks, not only is the SantaClauset.org trivia question good for a prize from Scarlett and Wade, but your name also goes in the hat for the TNL production scholarship, $450 scholarship that we will be drawing on November 7th, the last show of the year for the Tuesday Night Live show on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Within the show, we will do the drawing of all the names that went into the hat. So keep that in mind, if you will. Join us in San Antonio, Texas, February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 2024. North Pole Cornerstones. Our Cornerstones are legendary. Here's some information on the screen as we speak. Two Christmas schools collaborate to form North Pole Cornerstones. Talking about Santa Nana's, Holiday University, and Sat Bob Santa and the Business Being Santa. This is all inspired by Lucky Royce, Santa Nana, and Gordon Bailey, Sat Bob's. These are visions that they had, and we are left behind to take care of this. You're talking about Judy Broderick, Chrissy Kovic, Deanna Golden, Rex Ray, myself, and Scott Seriton as our logistics expert. Marriott Northwest, go over to npcornerstones.com. As you see on the screen right there, npcornerstones.com. Everything is over that you need to know and then some. And if it's not, there is a place to submit questions or comments. We'd love to hear from you. All right, Randy, over to you for the Master Claus Academy.
Okay. Master Claus Academy comes up in March. That's right after a fantastic February for North Pole Cornerstones, March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th in Columbus, Ohio, guys. Lee Andrews, that's right, Lee Andrews and Jeff McMullen, a 2-day event. Actually, it's almost 3-day event, but they'll be there 1 day apiece to teach you all day long about Santa, about performing, about everything else. Again, will be a masterclass put on by these two professional performers, not just professional Santas, but professional performers. If you need more information, just go to ohiosantas.com or get a hold of Ben. Ben, wave his hand here. Ben's along. Ben Bellhorn also is the man in charge of this, but don't forget to check that out on Facebook, or of course, go to the website. And of course, we're also here at Bob Randyl and Company. We are also same thing. We're doing a scholarship. I have five people that have entered. So you have a 1 in 5 chance so far of winning that $275 scholarship to go to the masterclass. So what a deal. All you have to pay for then is your travel, hotel, So you would get that just by sending out that essay. And again, I've been putting it up on the bunch of websites. So please fill it in. That's only going to be going on for another couple of weeks, and we're gonna judge also. Then I'm not judging. We have three impartial judges. They're going to do that, and we're going to give a scholarship away there too. So can you believe North Pole Cornerstones and Tuesday Night Live is giving away a scholarship? We are. What a deal! What a deal! So please join us on March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of March. And of course, we got to always talk about what's after that.
We do. Before we go there, though, let me go ahead and tell you about our second scholarship. Now, Tuesday Night Live show, TNL Productions, who is behind the Tuesday Night Live show. TNL Productions is the one giving away the one scholarship. Now then, as a committee of 6, we got together and decided that North Pole Cornerstones was also going to give away a scholarship. So we have 2 available.
Two.
So we have, same as you, we have a subcommittee that will independently do the judging. So again, reach out to npcornerstones.com and put your name in the hat for that one. It's a little bit different because on ours we're drawing out of the hat. This one you actually have to do something like you do with Randy. So just go over and check it out. And if you need more information, just reach out to us. Okay, now Randy, let's tell them about that 2024
Oh
Branson.
man, then of course, guys, here we go again for School of Santa. Can you believe that? Talking about that already? We've been talking about it for months. Right after it ended, you had to keep on talking about it. But that goes all the way into July 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. It's only 1 week this year instead of those 2 grueling weeks that everybody went through last year. But it was a phenomenal event. Of course, Spangle puts on a fantastic thing between what you learn, the entertainment you get to see, and everything else. And of course, this year we got a great speaker. Last year was Ed Taylor for those 2 weeks. This year is Jeff McMullen. Again, an incredible Santa, an incredible one that worked for Ringling Brothers for years. Just a quality magician performer. You're going to learn so much from Jeff. Besides, his stories can bring tears to your eyes because it's so beautiful and the way the man talks and what you're gonna teach. So that is the School of Santa. That is, of course, 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st of July. Man, in Branson, Missouri. Of course, get a hold of Spangle and Luana Lee. I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize. That she too will take care of everything, your hotel, your food. It's a heck of a deal. So don't miss that in July. I mean, so what do we got? We got February, March, July, and of course there'll be other. I know we'll be putting on one here at MAPS up in Michigan for CPW in May. So man, it's like you've got to make it to something, folks. Set some money aside this holiday time. Take a minute. Learn something next year through 2024. There's so many great opportunities. And it's just like I said, the fellowship is it just blows me away what you can learn besides what you can learn from the instructors, what you can learn on the outside. I kind of go off track here for a minute. Ben just wrote only 5. Yeah, Ben, only 5. And I guess I could say you've got 30 some, 40 some people that have already bought tickets. Why don't those 30 or 40 people just send me one, and you're going to get a scholarship and get your money back. So, it's not open to people that haven't bought a ticket. You can get a scholarship and get your money back. So, just a thought, guys.
Same thing with us. If you've already, paid your tuition to North Pole Cornerstones, you win a scholarship, then hey, you get that back. So again, Jeff McMullen is the keynote instructor for 2024 School of Santas. There will be other instructors, workshops, and things going on there. Like always, I don't think that Jessica and Spangle has actually announced who all they're going to have for this next year, but Jeff McMullen in itself is worth the tuition. Again, if you can get out to one of these classes, share what you know with others, with your brothers and sisters. Soak up what they have to offer. That's where the real value in these schools come from.
Use that as a vacation time. We all take a vacation sometime. I'm sure you're going to learn something besides have a nice, great, stay in a nice hotel, eat out, and learn and just hang out with brothers and sisters in red, and that's all. Just
Yeah.
it just helps enrich everybody's lives, yours, ours. When we get to meet you, because we're this is fun. We love this. I love this, and I'm very fortunate for it. But boy, it'd be great to see so many people live, um, in which we don't connect this way live. So it would be wonderful.
Yeah. And all these schools, uh, base everything off of numbers. You have to have X amount of numbers to make it just break even. Now, if you get anything up and above that, then that's a little bit of a bonus. It helps out with all the time and trouble and effort that you put into it. But we need numbers. So again, get out if you can. Tanya Lay at Branson Ticket and Travel is who you want to contact. Easy to find. If not, Spangle can give it to you. I can give it to you. Anybody can give it to you that's been there. And I don't know, man. What we've come to realize is that North Pole Cornerstones is a tongue twister.
I mess it up every week.
You're not the only one. I've done it. Scott Seraton's done it. Spangle's done it. We've all done it. It just doesn't seem to want to roll off the tongue sometimes, and so I have to really slow down, think about what I'm saying, and say North Pole Cornerstones. That way, I get it at npcornerstones.com. All right, fantastic, Randy. Let's go on and move along to our preview for the TNL upcoming guests and shows tomorrow night, October 10th. Santa Kenny Blair. He is a diverse Santa, Santa of color, professional Santa, head football and track coach for the Oklahoma Public Schools. Speaking with him on the phone this last week, the man is so dedicated to children. He has given his all to the children, to the schools, to make visits, to make his Santa persona fit into that. Working with the children. I mean, he is one of the most humble men I've seen in some time. Lots of us are humble out there, but he is really a humble man. And the thing I think that struck me most about him is, and his humbleness, is he just really just didn't want to talk about himself. Well, hey, that's what this show is all about. We're talking about you, what you do, how you give. The one thing though that stands out with Kenny is, again, he has a personal seamstress. Kenny has come up with all these costuming ideas. I got a boatload of photos sent to me yesterday with all the different things that he has, and it's got some beautiful stuff. I got to tell you, unique, beautiful stuff. All right, then we're going to be, October 17th, the real Santa Claus. That's what I said, the real Santa Claus. Cannot wait for that one. That's going to be cool. It's going to be a tough show to put together. Got to get working on it soon because it's going to be a hard one. I'm going to spend lots of hours putting that one together. All right, Randy, over to you for the 24th.
Then October 24th. Yes, getting to be the end of the month already. October 24th is, of course, the special third annual roundtable. That's always been a great show to have the roundtable. Of course, this that last minute hard questions or something you folks want to know about. And please, we ask if you think of something that's concerns you or you're asking about, please send us a line. Bob, me, Angela, send it to Spangle, anybody to let us know on for that event. A question that has gotten you stumped maybe, or like to hear a few more varieties of ways you can put it on your backstory or something. But that's the 24th of October, and it's always great. Got a great panel of professionals that are going to be able to answer those questions. Besides, we always have great people watching that can answer a zillion wonderful questions too and have great ideas. So between it, be a lot of great questions and I think it's great just right before the holiday season. It kind of refreshes our memory about, oh, that's right, if I have a autistic child, I have to be a little softer, a little bit more beginners, and you don't always think because you're in your Santa mode and gotta think about it, and that'll remind us that last minute to get things going. That's the 24th and 30th. Of course, now this is the 30th of October. There will not be a Bob Randyl and Company show at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock that day because we're doing the Halloween special at 7 o'clock because we don't want to do it on the 31st and let the children have their trick-or-treat time. So October 30th at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. is going to be the Halloween special. Dress up, send a little clip in, send a little picture in, and we'll add you into the show. It was always been such a great time. Some phenomenal costumes by everybody. So it's always a good time to put the Halloween because it's just about the end of the season. And remember one thing: no Santa or Mrs. Claus. That's not what you can dress up as. Is you're dressed up as Santa or Mrs. Claus. So that's October 30th. Then it's hard to believe, Bob. November 7th is going to be the final final show of the year. So that's brings the season again to a close before we start again in 2024. So it's hard to believe. There's only a few weeks to go. Man, but we just can't be any more blessed and thankful about everybody that watches and everything else here and on YouTube and Facebook and everything else. Thank you guys for all that.
Absolutely. Now, the first TNL show of 2024 will be live from San Antonio, North Pole Cornerstones, special Friday, February 2nd, 2024. What we have not mentioned, that our season opener for the Tuesday Night Live show will actually be February 20th. So there's going to be a 3-week period between the Cornerstones and our season opener because, hey, we've just worked a long season. We've just put on a 3-day school with lots of logistics involved. We're going to need a few days to recruit and start revamping and put the show back together. I always like to try to come up with some new graphics, maybe some new music. So that'll give me a chance to work on that stuff. And got to remember now, that's February 20th, but hey, we got the Bob and Randall show going to kick off the whole dadgum thing on February 19th, the day before. Yeah, we'll be back here February 19th. Bob and Randall live preview show right here for sure. And let's see, I've got a comment over here saying Scott says, please register and sign up for your NP Cornerstones ASAP. This one you don't want to miss.
I agree. Yeah, I would love
And
to be there.
okay, a couple other things real quick. If you are going to participate as a contestant in the Monday special Halloween costume show, which Randy will be part of that, since we're doing it on Monday, Randy's going to be in with us. Spangle has already reached out to get independent judges. I think he spoke with them this weekend. But if you're going to be a contestant, please send me or Angela a message.
Can't send me one.
Oh, that's right. She took Messenger off. Okay, well, you'll have to send it to me. Send it to me. Let me know what you're going to be, what your costume is going to be, and that you are entering yourself as a contestant. That way, we can start building that. Also, back to the Send Off the Christmas Show, season ending number 3. We'll be celebrating our 120th episode of Tuesday Night Live in just 3 seasons there. So that's going to be fun. I don't want to miss that one. And the other thing I want to mention is our 3rd annual roundtable. If you have questions, any kind of questions related to the red suit industry, send it to me and let us include that in the show. We're going to have a panelist to answer these questions, folks that's got years of experience. So be sure and do that too. So that's a lot of sending. Get busy sending.
Yeah, there's going to be some great questions I know sent in, and so don't miss out because we have going to have a great panel of talented Santas and Mrs. Clauses there to answer all your questions. So it's always a fun one. Just very casual.
Okay. Now then, we have had so many folks put in so many different answers on the trivia that I need to go back real quick. Give me just a moment and let me find. Angela and I was just talking about this while, and I do believe. Did you say he went back and put in the animal?
Yes.
See the first one with a complete answer.
Yes.
And that is
AJ.
AJ. AJ gets the prize today and gets his name in the hat for the scholarship. Now let's run through this real fast, guys. The source that I used was Santa Lapland randyrandl.com/fun-facts-about-Lapland.
Wow.
What is the name of the indigenous people who are known for taking care of their blank? Okay, the indigenous people is pronounced two different ways, depends on what part of the world you're in. It's either Sami or Sami. That's the people.
That's the people.
Those folks are taking care of reindeer.
Reindeer.
They are the original reindeer herders. They live in a region called Lapland. Many of you may be familiar with Lapland because of Santa's village there. Probably one of the coolest places you could ever be, where Santa is part of, or where the Red Suit community is part of. I myself would love to go there. That region is also known, and when I said there was, different answers here, region of Sapmi or Sapmi. Again, it's part of Lapland, Sapmi, but that includes in that region northern parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland, the Kola Peninsula of Russia. I think there's even a small piece of Canadian territory that's within that region. So there was multiple answers there. And again, we mentioned that reindeer was what we was looking for. Anyway, AJ got it. Fantastic job, AJ. Again, if you have not checked out Lapland, Santa Land over there, Santa Village, go to Santa's with an S, get this right, lapland.com, and you'll find all kinds of cool stuff there. They used to have a series of cameras, live cameras that you could go and watch the people walking in and out, doing all the things. That's been down for some time. I don't know if they just gave up on it, quit doing it, or whatever. But there's plenty of videos on YouTube. Go over there and put Lapland Santa's Village in and check out some of that stuff because it's really, really, really super cool. Okay, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for participating in that. We always have fun with it. I thought that was a great question. Now then, are you feeling that tingle in your spine, Randy? Ooh. That's right. Magical Moments is next.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magical Moments again, guys. Thank you so very, very much. I just wanted to say, again, thank you so much for allowing me to be able to do this. And the past few weeks, I've been talking about different magic tricks, and I want to show you one here that you can also make out of just easy things around the house. And you can use any kind of giveaways you want. If it's the coins you can get from, or the cards, whatever it is, or whatever you'd like to put in here. I'm going to show you the magic prop itself that I fashioned, the one that you can make at home out of poster board or cardboard or something like that. So I'm going to show you the trick itself. It's called a temple screen, and I'm going to show you how it kind of works. This is actually one I use at a show. You just show a little side, and then you can show this side. Of course, you show the other side, and you show them both sides. And of course, when you're doing magic as Santa, you do whatever you want to. If it's some silly elf words like wee wee would you jingle bells, or whatever, you can reach down in and you can bring out goodies for the children. And of course you can show that it's just a bunch of cardboard. And of course it's a great way. I've been showing you in the last couple weeks how to produce giveaways, which are always something we always do this time of year. In fact, something like this size prop is great for candy canes. This is actually a magic prop you can get online or at your local, if you have a local magic store. It's called a temple screen, and it's wonderful to do, especially if you want to produce candy canes, because it has a very big, what they call a load. It's a very big place for, which I can show you, a very big pouch for so many things to hide in there. Now, it's just an optical illusion the way you do it, by the way it's made, because you can show it like this. You just fold, that shows one side, and the other side. And people think you've seen both sides, but you really haven't. There's an actual There's an oddball little door there. And of course, the best thing to do is, of course, to make one a little smaller than this because this is mainly a stage size. But if you want to spend the time to or the money to buy one, it's great because it's just you can feel so many candy canes in this. But I made one out of just uh Hoster board. Sorry, I stepped on it. I apologize. I stepped on it earlier, but it does the same thing. You show this side, you fold it up, same way. It's just and you open it up, and then you would still be able to reach in. And I made a little pocket in it also, just like the other one. Now I can send you the information. It's kind of an oddball thing. For me to explain it totally now, I can send you like I have done before. I can send you how to make one and the dimensions and everything else. But it's a great thing because then you can end up, you just fold it flat and it goes in your pouch, just like all the other ones that I've showed that folds very small, but you can still do something a little magical to produce your giveaways. Now, especially, like I said, candy canes, or I love giving the necklaces because they say some wonderful things on holiday things, and I get them from Oriental Traders, but you need something a little bit bigger to produce them out of than just, or you can have them in your bag to just hand out. That's fine too. But if you want to magically produce them, you need something, somebody has a little bit bigger, what they call a load. And this one has a wonderful size to put things in. But it's just one more way, like I said, to take your character as Santa or Mrs. Claus. Now it's fun, especially if you take one and you make it out of a foam core board and you have Mrs. Claus. Make it look like a computer on the outside, or if you make it look like even a stove, and Mrs. Claus can do the whole thing baking, or she becomes a computer programmer. You can make your own candy canes. You can, so it's your mind is your limit to how you can make that special and customized just for yourself. When you buy them, they look like a magic prop. But if you customize them to make it look like Santa, then you build a whole backstory, a whole story along with how to transport the candy canes from the North Pole to this piece of paper, or whatever you're gonna give the children. It just gives you that more magical look, that little bit more fun, especially at a home visit. You can't always do something like that. It's a pretty big prop to do it at a mall or a big box store. But man, you got a home visit, and because you can stand up next to the fireplace, and because you're watching the children, it's no different than you reading "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Same way, they're going to be watching you, so you can do a trick like that, and make a whole story about it. Which is you could even produce cookies out of it if you want to. So Mrs. Claus, you could make it look like a stove or something, and so take your mind. Like I said many weeks ago, that is the most magical thing we have is our mind. Take that trick one step further to think about how you can make it your own, and sell it, and just have fun with the children. And that's what it's all about, just having fun with the children, and instead of just handing out a gift. I mean, you love, the little gifts, like I showed earlier weeks ago, how to produce this out of somebody's ear instead. That's so much more fun than saying, here's a coin. Just that little bit extra that you can do makes you so much more special. And it doesn't always have to be Santa. Remember, Mrs. Claus is just as magical as Santa. Thank goodness she is, otherwise we'd be in trouble. So, but like I said, if you're interested, just IM me. I'll be glad to send you things like I did the other day or a couple weeks ago about the other couple props. So just something else to get your mind thinking. I know it's getting close to that season, time of year. So maybe if you can't get it done this time of year, but something to think about always for next year. But we got to always keep on thinking and to keep ourselves sharp. And that's what a lot of schools do too. They get you thinking, and other Santas get you talking and gets the old magical and unique thoughts going. And that's what we need to keep on doing. Remember, I've always said it. They want to buy you, I didn't say buy, but book you instead of other Santas. Because you want to be special, Mrs. Claus. You want to be special, Santa. Make yourself unique. Thank you again very much, as always. Thank you so much. Norm, thank you for the idea about the hat. I like that. Norm Gehring is one of the founders of MAPS, and I like that new idea that Norm did to kind of cut it short and do a little thing. So thanks, Norm. Thank you, guys. as always, I'm blessed. Thank you.
Fantastic. I told y'all he was magical. Got to listen when I speak. Okay, so I want to say hi to William Bradley, Santa Bill from Alvin, Texas, joined us late today. I want to say hi to him. Give a shout out also to Deborah Shepard Kaiser. She's joined us, says hello. And this comment here is a great one. Randy, you're going to like this one. This is from Parker. Awesome. Randall, Santa, Checker Lee, love the spots you're doing, sir.
Oh man, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Love you, my
Yep,
friend. Thank you.
absolutely.
That's very sweet.
All right, fantastic, Randy. Let's jump on over and let Angie play the lead in for our sneak peek into Santa's Toy Catalog 2023. We'll be back on the other side. All right, as the promo says, we're going to take this over to Elf Annabelle and let her do her segment. Each week we will highlight 2 new toys set to become the hottest for the 2023 Christmas season by top sites on the web. She's got a couple of great ones this week, good reports. So let's send it over to Annabelle, let her do her job.
Hello friends, Annabelle here reporting for the Bob, Randyl and Company Live preview show with this week's sneak peek into Santa's Toy Catalog Week 7. This fun toy was one of the Today Show's top picks. By the time snow starts falling to the ground, popsicles and ice cream will have fallen out of style. That's why this child-friendly cotton candy maker that makes fluffy cotton candy in minutes is a top pick for 2023. Make real cotton candy quickly and easily in minutes, out of regular household sugar. The Real Cotton Candy Maker has easy-to-follow instructions or use the QR code to open the instructional video. Simply warm up the unit and slowly pour small amounts of sugar into the spinner. Cotton candy floss will start to come out of the spinner and collect on the inside of the bowl. Use your special light-up wand to collect it and build up your tasty treat. Light wand comes with batteries included. It has safe LEDs inside food-grade plastic which create 5 different light patterns each time the button is pressed. It will make the cotton candy you make glow magically. Simply hand wash wand when done to use again. Also comes with paper cone wands. Use your cone to collect a sweet ball of cotton candy. Use over and over again after cleaning. Its easy cleanup makes it great for parties or family time. Now let's move to toy number 2 for this week. Combining Lego and Minecraft for Christmas 2023, top toy analysts say Minecraft continues to be all the rage among youngsters. What better way to tap into this trend than with the Lego Minecraft The Skeleton Dungeon set? It's fairly priced at less than $50 and comes with all the caves, mobs, figures and crossbow accessories to keep your younger ones entertained for hours on end. Lego Minecraft The Skeleton Dungeon is an action-packed toy for Minecraft players ages 8 and up. Trek across the dripstone cave. Set off a rock slide. Descend into danger. Explore the lush cave or enter the skeleton dungeon. This real-world version of the game gives Minecraft players everything they need for endless creative adventures. This set includes 364 pieces and can be found through the LEGO online store where it is advertised for $34.99. Also available everywhere toys are sold. Prices may vary. That's going to do it for our 2 toys for this week. Bob, Randyl, and Angela. I passed along your message to the Clauses and they both send their love and want to thank you for allowing me to make these weekly toy reports. Santa thinks a well-informed Santa helper is a must, and training for the prestigious role as a Claus portrayer and helper serves the overall community and keeps the spirit and magic alive as the children come to visit. Children love the conversation when Santa can follow along and engage them with facts about the toys they are asking for. Annabelle to Cindy Chatterbox reporting from the North Pole for the Bob, Randyl and Company live show, and I will see you all next week, but for now, sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Good job, Annabelle, as always. Yeah, those are a couple of pretty cool little toys there. I might have to get me one of them real cotton candy makers.
Cotton candy machines, yes.
That's pretty cool. Of course, in the report there, it shows that you can buy colored sugar, because if you use household sugar, all you're going to get is a white,
Right.
fluffy cotton
But it
candy. But you can
still
buy the
tastes
colored.
pretty yummy like that, though. It still
Yeah.
tastes yummy. All
Oh yeah,
how it
yeah.
does that, and
Talking
get all
about
your
bouncing off the
fingers and stuff
walls.
in your beard, and oh man, it's good.
And it's cool because it's got the colored wand that you can actually, take and collect your hairs of fibers or whatever you want to call the strands of the cotton candies that blows out. One of the negatives to it that I when I read about this and went over and kind of was looking at it is just like at state fairs or carnivals wherever they've got a cotton candy machine. If it expands up too much, them little fibers kind of fly around in the air, So, one of the reviews said, kind of messy, but still really fun, So,
Either that or keeps the kids up all night. Maybe that's the other thing that's the other drawback on them,
the other downside to it, yeah,
or what is
exactly.
it called, cavities, or sugar, or whatever. But oh, that's so tasty.
All right. Hey, has anybody got any questions at this point? I know normally we don't, but we always give you the opportunity. If you do, you can always reach out, tell us what you think.
Very
So, it's kind of bittersweet season winding down for the shows, but again, the sweet part is not the cotton candy, but the sweet part is that we get to go out and do something that we all yearn to do year round. But just to be able to do a seasonal job and put the smiles on the faces and interact with the children, have fun, keep that myth alive, keep the magic alive. So looking forward to that.
And that's what
All
our
right,
job is,
Randy.
to keep that magic alive and keep that belief going and those smiles on the faces as long as we can. Because life,
Sure.
you know what's going on again in this world now. So every little bit we can do to get a little more joy, happiness, love out there. We all need it.
Yeah. It's a crazy world we live in, Randy. It really, really is. So to put a little bit of normalcy for a couple of months back into children's lives and families, take their mind off their worries, give them something to smile and think about. Christmas is such a lovely time of the year. All right, guys. So, join us on YouTube. We always record everything that we have is cataloged on our group, the Facebook group, the Tuesday Night Live show. We also house all that over where Bob Randall and Company Live Preview Show has its own channel. We're lagging behind on the subscriptions, even likes and shares and comments gets YouTube's attention and helps put the content out to a few more people. So if you got a moment, jump over there, watch some of the past shows. We've had some good ones, had some really good ones this year.
Yeah,
And maybe give us a like or a share or something.
would appreciate that.
And then we have the Tuesday Night Live show. We're steady gaining a few subscriptions each week. It's beginning to add up a little bit over there. We appreciate everyone that does give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a share. You share it, that means one of your brothers or sisters, or 10 or 12 or 20, might see it, might help them out with just one small a piece of information that they may take away from uh, the hot topic segment or Randall's magic segment, or even the toy segment with Annabelle, where a well-informed clause is, yeah, that's right. A well-informed clause, is important. and I'll bring mine out to match up with Randy there.
It's all free,
It's
guys.
all
That's the
free.
whole
That's
thing. It's all free.
Don't forget
That's
Tuesday Night Live. We have swag over at fancylees.com. That's right, fancylees.com. Get your hats, your shirts, your mugs. That can't go wrong. There's Christmas ornaments over there. She's
I
got a
bought
lot
a
of stuff
Christmas
in
ornament. I
line.
got it in the other day with you, you Spangle and Angela looking out the back window of the truck. I got it in the other day.
I
I'm gonna
love
hang it
that.
on the tree.
Got mine hanging on our
Uh,
garland that goes up in our greenery that runs up and over our archway here. And yeah, so I mean, every little bit helps. There is cost associated with the StreamYard platform that we have to renew each year in August. Had a hard time coming up with enough to do that this year, but we could always go back to the free account. But this paid account gives us so much liberty to be able to simulcast live in multiple platforms. And right now we use, Facebook and YouTube. And I've got YouTube going on my old computer here. I got Facebook going over here on my monitor. Got my script pulled up. Got StreamYard here. It allows me to look at the comments, see the different things. So we wouldn't have that if we didn't have the paid account. So anyway, guys, buy something.
I'll say, speaking of comments, there's 3 more on here if you want to catch them.
Okay, let's see. The first one from Rex Ray. Magical moments is proof positive you can teach an old dog new tricks. That's from Rex.
thanks, Rex.
He also says prayers for Israel and the Asa, the Jerusalem Santa. Yes, I hope and pray that Asa is doing okay. He's right in the middle of the heart of all this that's going on over there. Whether or not you have relatives or friends, and we do in Israel. As a Christian, we should all pray that you know this is their 9/11. In perspective, it's worse than our 9/11 because we had 3.5 million people, and lost a little more than what they've lost in total number. But when you break it down into percentages, their loss is much greater because they are a smaller group of people, nation in their own. So yes, thank you, Rex, for mentioning that. Pray for Israel, please. Let's pray for world peace. I mean, I know it's never going to happen.
But
Uh, people ask me at the mall each year, what would Santa want for Christmas? And that's always my answer is world peace. I just pray that someday everyone can get along. I don't, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I don't understand why just getting along is so hard. Just let everyone live and be. I mean, that's all we want is freedom.
yeah, why
All right,
is
and the
this?
last comment is, Bob, we have been open 17 days total, 2022 and 2023. Aurora is ranked #1 in the state as of 10/9/23. This is awesome for a second year business. Bob, the caretaker, can't wait to see you guys on the Halloween show the 30th. This is from Parker, by the way. Parker works at Aurora. Aura, I'm probably murdering that too. Haunt there in Illinois, and he is one of their uh, haunt characters. And his character, Bob the caretaker, he goes through special effects makeup every night. But he's going to wear it to the show just to be part of the show. He's not going to enter as a contestant. He said that wouldn't be fair because he's got professionals making him up. But he is going to be there. Can't wait. Thank you, Parker, for that. All right, Randy, you got any final thoughts?
Well, thank you again, guys, very much. Thank you so much for the year. I don't mean to end on a kind of a weird note, but next Sunday is the anniversary of what happened last year to me and my wife. So just leaving it up. But thank you guys again for all your support all year and really helped me through all this. I just can't, I could not have done all this without you. I love you all and thank you so much for it. Thank you guys. This community is amazing. Never forget that if you ever need anybody, this community is there for you. So thank you.
So true, Randy, and our heart still breaks for you, brother. I know it's been a tough year, but you're a strong man. You're a Christian man, and you know that you know what the future holds once we leave this body behind. All right.
Guys, thank you.
Let's see. AJ says, well, that's not AJ. Let's see here. uh, see what we got here. Parker says, big hugs, buddy.
Thank you.
Trying to figure out who that was. Okay, fantastic. Thank you guys for joining us today. We'll be back next Monday, same time as always, 3 p.m. That is, of course, Central Time. That that's where we've been ever since we started these shows and on Monday. And we appreciate everyone for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for all the love, the kind thoughts, the participation. And I want to say special thank you to two people. That's Randy Wagner, who is my partner on Mondays. Couldn't do this without you, brother. And our producer, my daughter, Angela Mack. Uh, they make this show what it is. I'm just here to reap the benefit.
Hip hip hooray for Angela and you, Bob. Really, like I said it before, you started all this, and we got to be thankful for your vision, and that's the whole thing. You had an idea, and thank you.
Thank you, Randy.
You
You're
realize
kind.
how much people realize how much work you do for this. They just don't have no idea. This it's fantastic what you do.
Talking about that at the eat meet this last weekend, and some folks just can't believe that I put as much time in each week. Of course, my wife and daughter and granddaughter, son-in-law, they see it. They're here in the household with me, but it's a labor of love, and I've enjoyed it. And I just my biggest hope is that we've help somebody with something, some little tidbit, something that will make them better, something that will open their mind up to think about things in a different way, uh, new visions, renewed hope. And there's just so much that as clauses that we can do in so many different aspects of the community in and outside the community as far as that goes. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We'll see you right back here next Monday. Don't forget to come see us tomorrow night. Santa Kenny Blair, Santa of Color, Diverse Santa. Fantastic gentlemen. You're going to really like tomorrow night's show. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.